y'all, it's Kay from the Literary Apothecary and welcome back to my channel. So today I've got something different for y'all. I've got the 25 questions book tag. I saw my friend Leslie at the Nerdy Narrative do this. I'm gonna link her video in the description below, so you guys gotta go check that one out. However, as I was writing down these questions, I think I might have done this one before and just totally forgot about it. So this is now an updated 25 questions tag about myself and the channel. So we're just going to jump right in because 25 questions is a lot. Number one, what's your channel about? Well, if you're new here, my channel is all about books that I'm reading, books that I've read, books that I want to read, books in general. It's a booktube channel, so it's all about books. With the occasional fountain pen video, which I'm hoping to do more of as we continue on, but mostly it's about books. Number two, how old are you? How dare you ask that? Just kidding. I don't really care. I am 38, even though people say I don't look that way, and that's supposed to be a compliment. However, when they card me for trying to buy lottery tickets, which you have to be only 18 to buy, it gets a little bit insulting. But yes, I'm 38 years old and young at heart, old in bones. My body feels like, especially today, because it's starting to rain out there, my body feels like it's at least 65. But according to my birth certificate, I am 38. Question three, what's your relationship status? I am hopelessly in love with my partner and best friend, John. You have heard me talk about him plenty of times. He is the love of my life and the best thing in my life. Question four, did you go to college / what's your occupation? This seems like it's two different questions, and we've got a couple of those here. So I'll answer both. I did go to college. I still am technically, I guess, in college. I am working on my third degree right now. I've got a BA in English from Penn State University, a MFA in creative nonfiction writing from the University of Idaho, and I am nearing the end of my master's in library and information science from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Next fall, 2024, I will hopefully be graduating. My current occupation is technically a program coordinator in the special events team in the Alumni Engagement and Development Office at Duke University. Basically, in a nutshell, I create websites and /emails for alumni events that are going on with Duke. Number five, where are you from / where do you live? I am originally from upstate New York, right above the Pennsylvania border, in the middle of the country, tiny town called the Town of Maine. I currently live in North Carolina. Number six, looking back, what would you have told your 10-year-old self? Don't let other people tell you how to act. Be yourself and keep reading because that's what you love. Number seven, tell us about your family. Well, what do you want to know? I've got an older sister, a younger brother. I'm the middle child. Most of my immediate family lives down here in North Carolina. My dad and a lot of my extended family live up in New York still. You go far enough back, we're originally from Scotland, and that's why I've become obsessed with Scotland. We've got a crazy schizophrenic painter that was kind of famous in his day, landscape painter. My great-grandfather, I think it was, my grandpa's grandpa, essentially. And yeah, that's us in a nutshell. I'm the oddball out in my family. I'm the black sheep, and I kind of have my found family here with Booktube and with John, and John has become, my family. So, yep. Number 8, what's your favorite holiday? Thanksgiving by far is my favorite holiday that you don't give gifts for, because I love to eat, and Thanksgiving is all about eating and giving thanks for things that you're thankful for. But I also love to give gifts. That's my love language, is gift giving. So any holiday that I have an excuse to give gifts for, I love. Number 9, you have no budget. What's your dream vacation? Everyone knows that's going to be Scotland. 100%. If I could go anywhere in the world, that would be the first place I go. But I would also, like, my dream vacation really is to just take a year and just travel the world, go to every place that I want to go to. Scotland and Ireland and London and, Italy and Egypt and back to Puerto Rico. I just want to travel the world and see all of the places that I haven't gotten to see in my life. Number 10, name your biggest pet peeves. I don't know that I really have a lot of pet peeves. I'd say pretending that you understand someone when you don't really. I think at work, my biggest pet peeve is when coworkers try to talk to me and have full-length conversations early in the morning, like first thing in the morning. They claim that they know I'm an introvert and I need time in the morning to warm up to the day, but they still try to get me in full-on conversations first thing in the morning. I guess that's my biggest pet peeve. And also bullies, but I don't know if you can count either of those as really pet peeves. Number 11, what book changed your life? This is a hard one. Disclaimer here, I haven't thought of any of the answers before this. I just wrote down the questions. I didn't think of any answers. So this is a tricky one. A lot of books actually changed my life. I mean, if you want to go all the way back, Curious George, definitely, because that's how I learned how to read and write. Tuck Everlasting taught me about imagination in kind of real life terms. Curious George was a different type of imagination for me. There was I've lost track of my thoughts, so I gotta rewind. Obviously we've got Outlander, which has just become my favorite series ever. Harry Potter found me at the right time when I needed it and helped me through a lot of really deep depression. The Secret Garden helped me through tough childhood. A lot of those. Uncle Tom's Cabin opened my eyes to the true, Uncle Tom's Cabin opened my eyes to kind of the Civil War in a way that I didn't see it in the history books. I had a fantastic 5th grade teacher, and she used Uncle Tom's Cabin to teach us about the Civil War, and she is actually a descendant of Harriet Beecher Stowe. And reading Uncle Tom's Cabin and other books that went with it opened my eyes to the slave narrative genre, and as a 5th grader, I became absolutely obsessed with that. Number 12, what simple invention improved the world? And this is the question that I came across, and I was like, I think I've done this one before. I want to say like the printing press, but I don't know exactly how simple that was, especially for its day. But the printing press changed everything, because you didn't have to sit there and copy out books by hand anymore. You could just give the printer what you wanted and he'd make it. Both books and pamphlets and I feel like it just changed so much. And, you know, it spread literacy, which is a fantastic thing. Favorite movies, TV shows. Wow, this is a big one. Favorite movies, Love Actually, Midnight in Paris, The Sound of Music, favorite TV shows, obviously Outlander, Loki, I love Loki, Parks and Rec, Schitt's Creek, I'm sure there's more, but those are just quickly off the top of my head. Oh, also New Girl, I love New Girl. Yeah, just off the top of my head, those are the first ones that come to my mind. 14, describe yourself using 3 fictional characters. I've done this before, and it's so hard. First up, we have Monsieur Perdue from the Little Paris Bookshop, which is where I got my channel title from. His life goal is to find the perfect book for everyone, and that's kind of one of my life goals. I want to say someone like Anne of Green Gables, Luna Lovegood, with their uniqueness, and they're just always themselves and always so positive. I try to be that every day. And the third one, I want to think of someone like completely unexpected. To me, it brings up someone like Black Widow, because I always want to be badass like her. But I don't think I actually am badass like her, so I don't know if that could actually count. So I'm going to throw this out to y'all and say, let me know in the comments below what you think my third fictional character would be to describe me, from what you know of me. 15, what was your dream job? Well, my dream job was and always will be to just read for life and not have to, if I want to do reviews, I can do reviews, but I don't have to. I just get paid to read, which would be incredible. 16, if magic was real, what spell would you learn first? Whew, I want to say something like profound, like levitation, or, you know, transfiguration, but it would be something like, I don't know the name of this spell, a multiplying spell, something that you can make more out of, if you have something, I think would be probably my first spell I would want to learn. I'd also want to learn Reparo, so I can I can mend everything that's broken. Lumos would be very helpful, especially in the dark, to turn the light on. Alorma to unlock doors. I don't know what I think it would depend on where I am in life and in that particular moment to determine what would be the very first spell I want to learn. 17, share a favorite childhood memory. Oh man. Well, since this is a Booktube channel, I'll relate it to books. And I remember the first time walking into a library, my mind was blown. We were kind of middle class. We didn't have a lot of money, but we weren't completely poor. So every once in a while, like for holidays, like our birthdays and stuff, you know, I would be able to pick out some books that my family would get me. But it didn't happen a lot, and it was very limited on how many books I could get. But when I learned about the library, I was completely amazed. My mind was blown. I think that was the first true time my mind was blown by an idea. Here's this place that's full of books, and I personally can take out as many books as I want at one time, and I don't have to pay for them. That to me was just absolutely mind-blowing. I think I came away with like 10 different books that day, and the libraries became my best friend in life. And still are. I love libraries. I'm in library school. I get a lot of, especially my audiobooks from the library. So, go visit your library. What is your favorite social media platform and why? Can you say YouTube? Is that a social media platform? I never know like what's actual social media platforms. I mean, I found this whole Booktube world because of YouTube, so I'd say that's one. But also Discord, which I guess is kind of a social media platform. That's where I talk to my best friend Leslie every day, and it's connected me to so many amazing people that my life would be different without Discord today. And it's weird to say that about a social media platform, but it's 100% true. If you could pick any book character, who would you spend the day with? Oh my God, just one? I can't do just one. There are so many that I'd want to spend the day with. Anne of Green Gables, Jamie Fraser, Lord John Grey, the robot from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Mbot from Skyward. There's so many different characters. Moog from Kings of the Wild. There's some. I can't name just one. I am horrible at picking just one, and that I can't do it. What's your spirit animal? Okay, so I have two answers for this. So first, my spirit animal, I always say, is a phoenix, because every time they are killed or, knocked down to their lowest, they rise from their own ashes. And that's how I've felt in life. Every time I feel like I'm at my absolute lowest, I use that moment and those lessons from being at my lowest to rise again and be even better. But also, I love to tell this story that, we've got these spirit animals, but for me, I also have a spirit person, and that is George Michael from the amazing British pop rock, fantastic group, Wham! Back in the 80s, then he went solo, and I don't know what it is about him, but he just connects to my soul instantly. As soon as I hear one of his songs, it just sets me at center. And whenever I need a boost of confidence, I think about him, which is kind of ironic because especially during his Wham years, he was battling his own self-confidence because he was a gay man in the closet in the 1980s, a pop star. Everyone thought he was after the girls, but he just wanted to be the most successful recording artist of the year, and he's my spirit person. So that's my two answers for that question. We're almost done. Question 21. What old person thing do you do? I usually go to bed very early at night if John's not here. And ever since my surgery, I can predict the weather pretty dang well, probably 85-90% accuracy. When my shoulder aches, that means it's going to rain within the next couple days. Sometimes it's even that same day, sometimes it's the next day, sometimes up to 3 days it gives me a warning that it's going to rain. Which, like, right now in North Carolina, it rains all the time, so I don't know really how dependable that is, but that's my old person thing. Question 22. Do you have a hidden talent? I'm not sure if you would call it a hidden talent, but I can touch my tongue to my nose without using my hands. And I'm going to try to show you on the camera and see if this comes through. I don't know if you could see that, but I just touched the tip of my tongue to the tip of my nose. And I guess not many people can actually do that. Question 23, where do you see yourself in 5 years? In 5 years, I'll still be here in North Carolina with my partner John and reading lots of books. Yeah, I don't really have big future plans right now. That's where I see myself. Hopefully still very happy. Hopefully in a job that I love. Whether it's the same job or a different job, we don't know. Yeah. 24. Share an item and tell us its significance. Oh my gosh, I do not have... Well, I'll share Moomin with y'all. This is a Moomin troll. He is a big children's book character in Finland, and my friend Stacy introduced me to Moomin and his books. The Moomins were created by the Finnish author and artist Tove Jansson. The first Moomin book was published in 1945. And he's just a mischievous troublemaker. And I keep this up by my Outlander books to remind myself that I have friends all over the world. Yeah. And then the last question is to tag someone. And I'm going to change this around and say a homework assignment for you all. I task you to share this video with people that you want to learn about, booktubers that you want to learn about, and share this video with them and tag them in that way. But that was my 25 questions. That was my updated 25 questions book tag. Let me know in the comments below, were you surprised by anything? Did you know all the answers? If you did, then you know myself better than me. Yeah, that's it for now. As always, my Patreon and my Discord information will be in the description below. Keep reading, and I love you all to the moon and back. Bye.